Today is Friday, March 29th, and today I'm wondering if you might really enjoy 4 notes from sports history, including the birth of 2 terms that are now part of everyday life in America.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
I have got to tell you about laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets. Laundry detergent sheets from the Sheets Project. Instead of dealing with liquid detergent goop, just use these small pre-measured sheets. Drop them in the wash. They dissolve right away. Leave your clothes looking great. And goodbye to those heavy plastic jugs. And where do those things end up anyway? Do your whole family a favor. Switch to laundry detergent sheets today. Just follow the link in the episode notes.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
I think you're really going to like the 4 notes from sports history we have for you today. First, let's go back to March 20th, 1985. That's only 39 years ago. There's a really talented NBA guard named Quentin Dailey. But he's had all sorts of problems in his career. Brushes with the law, no-shows at teams he played for, in and out of drug rehab. And by this point of his career, he's sitting on the deep bench of the Chicago Bulls, having one of the best seats in the house to watch the Michael Jordan show. And on this particular night, Quentin Dailey's growling. Not growling to play, not mad. His stomach's growling. He's hungry. So he signals the ball boy to come over. And he whispers something to the ball boy, and the ball boy leaves and dutifully goes to a sports writer Dailey was friends with and bums some money for the sports writer. And then he heads to the concession stand. And then he brings back to Quentin Dailey 1 slice of pizza, some nachos, a little tub of popcorn, and a soft drink, which Quentin Dailey sits and eats in full view of everyone while seated on the Chicago bench. 4 years later, Quentin Dailey, still moving around the NBA like a tumbleweed, goes to the Los Angeles Lakers, where head coach Pat Riley cuts him because he showed up 28 pounds overweight. Anybody who was at that Chicago Bulls game that night can understand how that happened. I wonder how many of you remember ABC's Wide World of Sports. It was a program way before its time, and it ran for nearly 2 decades on Saturday afternoons. And it literally did deliver what it promised. It went all over the world, showing us some great sports and some sports we had no idea existed. And in the intro, there was this dramatic music and dramatic footage, and the guy would tell us we were about to see the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Well, I'm going to give you a name. Vinko Bogataj. Does that ring any bells? No. No, you have no idea who Vinko Bogataj is. But you saw him. You saw him for years and years and years as part of the intro to ABC's Wide World of Sports. After showing us footage of the thrill of victory, they showed us Vinko Bogataj, who at the time was a very promising ski jumper, at a World Ski Flying Championships in Oberstdorf, West Germany. And Vinko starts down this hill, this incredible ski jump hill. First of all, would you do that? Why would you do that? Go flying down an icy hill and then launch yourself in the air and hope to not die. Why would you do that? Well, on this afternoon, people worried that Vinko Bogataj did die. He came down the hill and veered off the side of the ski jump and went flying. And he had no control and he crashed and well, he wasn't badly hurt. He had a concussion. Now, for nearly 2 decades, people saw him crash every Saturday, okay? And that crash seemed to take something out of Vinko, because his once very promising ski jumping career disappeared. And he wound up working at a Yugoslavian chain factory. Boy, doesn't that sound dreary. But eventually, Vinko Bogataj would draw praise, real praise, for his paintings. His paintings of the Swiss and Austrian Alps and mountains where you can just imagine they were built for ski jumping. Next, we're going to go way back in time. It is April 5th. That's right. Next week is the anniversary, 124th anniversary. It's a cold, cold day in New York. And most fans stayed away from the ballpark on this day. But the fans who did show up, man, they wanted coffee. And they wanted something warm. Not cold soft drinks. And the concessions, they featured cold food, which understandably didn't attract much to cold fans. So the guy in charge of the concessions, a guy named Harry Stevens, realized what the day was going to be like at his concessions at the ballpark. So in the morning, he decided to do something about it. He went to his favorite baker and got a whole bunch of rolls. And then he went to his favorite butcher shop and got a whole bunch of sausages. And at the ballpark, he heated the sausages and put them inside of the roll. And the sports cartoonist who was at the park that day, Ted Dorgan, labeled Harry Stevens' new concoction a hot dog. And that's where that came from. And finally, let's go to March 29th, 1917, 107 years ago. Today, as a matter of fact, at a horse farm near Lexington, Kentucky, a horse is born. The horse would be named Man o' War. Is Man o' War the best thoroughbred in American racing history? He's in a conversation with maybe 2 or 3 others. Man o' War, in his unbelievable racing career, would lose only 1 time. But that 1 time would produce a term we now use all the time in sports, all the time in our society. The 1 time Man o' War was beaten in his fabulous racing career. It was by a horse named Upset.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, and by Star Power, Love Where You Live.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, hit follow. And every weekday, a fresh new episode of Just Wondering will be delivered right to you. And if you enjoy this podcast, please share it with a friend. Finally, should you have questions or comments, please share them with us by going to X and our address at Norm's Clubhouse. That's Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. And every day, I'll be just wondering about something.